Hi, I'm Gordon Bonham, and I'm with the Tennessee Justice Center. We're a small nonprofit public interest law firm. We advocate for low-income Tennesseans in all 95 counties. We handle about 900 cases a year of individual cases, and then we do a lot of policy advocacy. Wow, we are so lucky to be in Tennessee. It's such a target-rich environment. Think how bored those poor souls in Massachusetts and California must be. So I'm going to give you some more of those targets. Seriously, one of the things that puts Tennessee, as a couple of people have already mentioned, on every organization's short list, from environment to healthcare to world peace, you name it, is our two senators, Corker and Alexander. There's a 3-vote Republican majority, counting the vice president who can vote to break a tie. So everybody, all progressives are trying to figure out where do we pick up 3 Republican votes, and we've got 2. Usually the lists fluctuate, but our 2 senators are always on those lists, and we're talking about targets of maybe 5, 6, 7 Republicans that can plausibly be picked up in most of these fights. We are all in on the repeal of the Affordable Care Act. That's what's going on right now. That is huge. One of the things that people don't recognize about the ACA is it reversed for the first time since the beginning of the Reagan era a consistent federal policy of shifting income and wealth from the lower parts of the spectrum to the most wealthy. It reversed that. It wasn't advertised, but that's huge, and that's one of the reasons why it's such a target right now. Coming right on its heels, and they're going to use budget reconciliation and try to ram it through on a fast track without replacement, will be the block granting of Medicaid. That sounds like technical wonky talk. What it really means is that Paul Ryan wants to take $1 trillion, that's with a T, out of the largest entitlement program serving vulnerable populations over the next 9 years. That would immediately translate into a $1.2 billion hit on the Tennessee budget, and because of healthcare inflation, cannibalization of that budget and the entire state budget on an annual basis going forward. It is the ultimate Death Star. As bad as the ACA is, Medicaid block grants or per capita caps are worse, and it will affect everything, not just healthcare, but education from pre-K through college because of the budget impact in our state. So that's the next thing coming down the line. Block granting and drastically cutting SNAP, formerly known as food stamps. So if we look at all the talk about income and wealth inequality, it's about to get much, much worse. And as advocates for low income and vulnerable populations, that's what we're really working on resisting. We've also got, in this target-rich environment, plenty of opportunities at the state legislature level, as you can tell from the discussion. We are still pushing, as we have for 3 years, 4 years, to close the coverage gap that was left among about 300,000 working families that have been messed over because our legislature has blocked the expansion of Medicaid under the ACA. So we're trying to juggle and hold on to the ACA and also get the legislature to move forward on that. So there are tons of opportunities for volunteers. I would just say as a 501c3, there are strict limitations on our ability to lobby, and specifically to do grassroots lobbying, and they're tied to the size of our budget. So that's where we really, really, really need volunteers to come in and help, because that doesn't count against the limits that really constrain us. We are pushing really hard on the ACA repeal, though repeal without a replacement. As you can tell from the public comments and the fact that slowed down, we are really having an effect. Again, all the national organizations are looking to us in Tennessee for 2 of the 3 votes that they need on health and social service and income equality policy votes going forward for the next, for the foreseeable future. We'll have a table out here, lots of opportunities. We can't say how much we need volunteers or what a difference it can make in the national scheme of things going forward.